All right, here we go again. Patrick is at it again, talking some more bullshit like he always does, stroking Trump whenever he gets the chance.
How do you win? Because I don't believe if a terrorist nation or a terrorist groups, you think they're going to negotiate, they're going to bomb right back, and then they're going to bomb right back. So I'm curious, what is a win? What is an actual, okay, Hezbollah's gone, and they're done, and without, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure out, because I've run so many scenarios in my head where I'm like, okay, if me and Pat say, Adam, you and Tom, there's terrorists over there. We could keep coming and keep bombing until when? Because all you have to do is say that there's terrorists. I'm not saying that there's not terrorists in Lebanon. I'm not saying there's not terrorists in Iran. Of course. But what I'm saying is, what's victory? How do you achieve a win? Because again, we're talking about Hezbollah.
Permanent victory?
Permanent victory.
No, there's no such thing.
That's what I'm saying. And that's such.
No, but that's life, though. I think that's how life works. I think that's how business works. Whenever you have people with opposing beliefs of you know, that look at the world in a different way, that look at business in a different way, you're never going to have permanent peace. You're just looking at finding ways to make progress. This could be a sign of progress. Here's what Trump had to say yesterday when he was being asked about this. Go ahead, Rob.
Will Hezbollah stick to the ceasefire? Are you confident about that?
I think they will. I think it's going to be, actually, it's very exciting because it's 48 years. We're going to be meeting with Bibi Netanyahu, as you know, and the president of Lebanon. And I had a great talk with both of them today. They're going to be having a ceasefire. And
you know what's crazy about that? He talked with both of them today. Do you actually believe that he talked to both of them? He actually said he talked to the president of Puerto Rico. Remember? Do you actually believe this shit? I don't know if I even believe he's even did none of this. Sounds good, but I don't believe nothing he says.
that'll include Hezbollah. And I think it could be number 10 for me.
It could be.
You don't get credit for number 10 when you started the war, fool. Trump is the only one that gets credit. He starts the fire and puts it out, and then he gets credit for it. How does that fucking make any kind of sense? How does that make sense to anybody? You don't get credit for number 10 for that. You started it, dude.
Number 10, like
talking about making peace agreements.
Right. So, but then this also leads to, yesterday when he's having a conversation, they asked him, they asked him about, did you hear about the 4 people? Is this the one, Rob?
Yes, sir.
Iran is taking out 4 people, and one of them is a woman. And look at his response. Go forward.
Iran's going to execute 4 more protesters, reportedly, including the first women protester.
Execute 4 protesters.
Well, tell that to the Pope. What do you say? Tell that to the Pope.
You want to patch things up with the Pope?
How is it the Pope's fault? Because he doesn't want war? This guy is going to hell, man. The moment he has to go before God, he's out of there. 100%. He better start begging. And did you hear that this guy's trying to get $12 billion from the IRS? The IRS that he runs, the government that he runs, he's trying to get $12 billion. This guy is, man, people, wake up, man. This guy is out here scamming. He's scamming.
Did you just hear that? Iran is going to execute 4 people, including a woman?
Who's he talking to there, do you know?
Well, probably a person asked the question about the Pope prior to that, so that's why he's pointing at that reporter. But he says, tell that to the Pope. So look at Iran. Hey, they're executing 4 more and one girl they're killing. Tell that to the Pope. And when he's saying Pope, he's saying because the Pope is against war. That's what he's saying, right? Mm-hmm. Because the Pope made a comment about it. Tom, with things going on right now with Iran.
Let's see what Pat has to say.
The vessels trying to go through of Strait of Hormuz. One of the ships was going through, and by the way, this China one, if we have that, Rob, for me to read it, Chinese oil tanker retreats from the Strait of Hormuz.
He don't got nothing to say about that? Of course he don't got nothing to say about that. He couldn't come up with nothing quick enough. He couldn't do it.
Hormuz shows how Trump's blockade is working. Okay, Chinese oil tanker retreat from the Strait of Hormuz shows how the blockade is working. So this is kind of interesting. So China's got great relationships with Iran. They should be able to go through, but wait a minute. They're now not? What happened there? A sanctioned Chinese oil tanker crossed the Strait of Hormuz, then was forced to double back and return to Iran after President Trump blockaded the vital shipping lane. According to ship tracking data, Aborted voyage of the Rich Steri, a Malawi-flagged Chinese-owned tanker that was blacklisted by the U.S. in 2023, shows how the U.S. Navy successfully blocked the flow of ships carrying Iranian oil. Since the war began, most vessels have had traveled out of Strait of Hormuz, have been loaded with Iranian exports. Given the cash-strapped regime vital funds, so far the U.S. blockade on the eastern side of the Strait of Gulf of Oman has stopped at least 5 ships from heading out into the oceans. According to the trade analysis from Kepler, Iran has stifled nearly all traffic through Hormuz, which previously carried 20% of the world's oil, by threatening to attack tankers if they don't pay the ransom. Iran, the Rich Steri, which was previously accused of helping Tehran skirt oil sanctions, has masked its location in the Persian Gulf for more than 10 days before attempting to leave the Strait of Hormuz on Monday. The tanker, owned by Shanghai's Zhongrun Shipping Company, was loaded with 250,000 barrels of methanol. Initially appeared to make it through the blockade, but updated tracking data revealed the ship stopped in the Gulf of Oman on Tuesday. Tom, what does this U-turn mean about the power U.S. has that even China is now listening?
Well, it means that it is not, to say that we are controlling the strait right now is absolutely true. And you also notice, and Rob, if you could put that map back up, we showed the map the other day, the one you just had, just right there. You see how they're going on the northern route, Pat? Remember we looked over Oman? The 2 shipping routes went right around Oman. That is on the south side, but there's mines there. And
I don't understand how that's working. Wasn't the point to open it? Now you block it? What is that actually doing? It's not doing anything. Like, that's not how is that a strategy, man? Like, that shit don't even make any sense. Like, Patrick will believe anything. These guys will believe anything. I'll believe it when I see it. Right now, gas prices are fucking through the roof right now. And he's talking about, earlier in the episode, he was talking about they're like under $100 a barrel now. It's pretty much the same as it was before. No, it's not, dude. No, it's not. I know you never probably get out of your fucking studio to see that, but it's not the same. Like, gas prices are fucking through the roof. Everything is shooting through the roof. He was talking about the stock market. Bro, most people are not in the stock market, dude. That does not show anything about how good the economy is doing. That doesn't show anything. That's just a bunch of crap, dude, that rich people like to say, oh, because they're invested in the stock market and they're winning.
Iran says, I don't know where the mines are. I don't remember where I put them. Okay, and now they've got to run this at the top. So we've like, okay, you're not going through. The blockade is working. The U.S. military is there. And even China's ship said, yeah, I'm going to hang a U-turn here. I'm not going to screw with
now,
this.
While that's going on, they did say that China slammed U.S. military blockade of Strait of Hormuz as a dangerous and irresponsible move. Rob, I think you got a clip on this one if you want to go through it.
I think dangerous and irresponsible would be if they kept sailing.
Well, but what this move here officially showed that China is more afraid of America than Iran, and they're now listening. Go ahead, Rob. Play the clip.
Regarding the second question, I have already stated China's position. As for the third question you raised, China has always maintained a prudent and responsible approach to military exports. We exercise strict control based on our export laws and international obligations. We oppose groundless smears or malicious associations.
Did he just say anything? What did he just say, Rob? I don't even know.
First of all, I don't trust him because he has an English accent.
Yeah, he's the foreign minister of China.
Yeah,
But what did he really say? What was his message?
I'm not sure.
What did he say, Rob?
We've been careful with military exports.
Basically, he didn't say shit. Like, they ain't afraid of fucking United States. I don't know where they got that from. That didn't say that he was afraid of anything. He didn't say shit. These guys got their fucking head in the sand. Like, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. Like they're trying to spin it as if this war with Iran is good. Like, we're winning something. We didn't win anything. Like, this is not good at all. This is a disaster. Trump went in. The Strait of Hormuz was already open. Now he's closing it, thinking he's doing some blockade and it's working. What is it working for? Who? He's talking about ending another war that he started, as if that's like a win. Dude, that's not a win. You can't start a fire, put it out, and get credit. Anyways, like, follow, subscribe. Peace.